What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Kingdom. My name is Splattercat, and I'm very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and I really just sort of feel like the village asshole right now. I got killed by something so dumb in the previous episode, and I watched the footage too. Oh, that's the worst part. I'm dreading uploading it so much. Like, for real, in the pit of my stomach, there's just this gnawing feeling where I'm like, I'm gonna have to upload that footage. And all the realm shall know what a jackass Lord Splattercat is. Then again, I'm just trying to fit in with the nobility and be an idiot for a little while. So let's get this thing all up and running. It's time for our second kingdom. Hopefully we make it and everything works out okay. We gotta get the bow right there. We gotta drop some hammers on this side. Dropping bows like a prize UFC fighter. I do feel like a prize asshole right now. You there, sir. Pick up this hammer. I demand that you and your bowl cut pick up this hammer right now. I see you are wearing the ceremonial muumuu of servitude. That means that I get to boss you around and you just go along. So would you kindly pick up the hammer? Thank you. There it is. That's actually problematic. Because this right here, this is a bunny field. You don't want this to go away. Build the wall up, and I'm hoping the bunny field does not despawn when we put the wall up. Because that would totally suck. You would say that that would pack a fiscal wall if it would hurt us. It would hurt us a great deal. So the palisade wall appears to be okay right now. And in fact, what I would like to do is let's put up the wall on this side as well. Have you earned any money? Because I would really, very dearly... Oh, you have... Look at you being all awesome out here hunting the golden deer. It's the golden Glen rat. Let's go ahead and grab these two little bastards right here. That's how I convince people to join my society. I just walk up, sack tap them real hard, and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I don't know, me lord, but you just grabbed me junk. And I'd be like, yep, I did. What are you going to do about it, peasant? Be like, I don't know, maybe work for you for a few thousand years or so. Seems like the proper response right now, I'll be sure. Like, that's right. Get on that. Oh, look, the mist is falling down into the ground. Wonder if that's because of solar heat. We need to find ourselves... So there's a bow shrine right there. That's pretty cool. That'll be pretty sweet if we can get that up and running. Oh, and there's a portal back over there. Alright, so the map is a little bit condensed. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more space to play around with, but since we don't, I'm not going to cry about it. The stone shrine must be to the left then, because I don't think I've ever seen the stone shrine spawn behind the portal. I think it always spawns in front of the portal so that you can get to the next tier, and I don't even know if there's anything after the stone tier. Like, seriously, I have a really, really hard time surviving past the first or second portal. It's usually there's like this rapid adjustment period where I get my ass kicked just resoundingly after I open the first portal, and that tends to be where my games end. And each time I try it, it just gets a little bit worse. I keep expecting to get better, but it doesn't get better. It's sort of just like you do a little bit better each time, but not really enough to actually make it further in the game. I don't think the game is hard. I think that I'm just pig-headed and I stick to the same strategies. So this time around, I'm going to focus very, very heavily on having a crazy military. Like, I'm not going to expand very quickly. Instead, I'm just going to save most of my money, and I'm just going to pour tons and tons of effort into having lots of archers, because it seems like that's going to work out for me short term. Once we have maybe, I don't know, 20 archers on each wall, that's when we'll start to expand the wall outwards to the right. Where's our first creek at over here? Where the first creek at? Okay, so the first creek is right there. I'll probably explore to the left after this. I don't know. We've explored the rightist options. Now I want to explore the leftist options. I like to keep things fair like that. I mean, I've heard out one side, now I want to hear out the other. Archers, are you like doing your thing right now? I hope we don't get attacked. That would be super sweet. That's like the prayer that I said every day before I went to 7th grade. I'd be like, I hope I don't get attacked today. That would be the best. Dear God, if you're up there, please hear this 7th grader's prayer. I mean, I know you're not going to hear it, but I figure I'll just toss it up there. The ass whoopings, they're getting kind of old. You know, maybe just cast, I don't know, whatever Jesus spell you have of like ass whooping deflection +2 for a couple of days. That'd be super awesome. Oh, man. Ah, you shot him, and you killed a bunny with that piercing strike. Good for you. That's why I like you, peasants. We've already killed off all the threats in this direction, so we're going to ride. We ride! As far as we can. Kingdom sign is falling down right now. But anyways, I had an ultimate cheeseburger right before this episode. I almost never eat fast food. I think the last time I had fast food was like 2 years ago. But like I had to get up super early this morning to get an oil change on my girlfriend's car. And don't judge me. I could change it myself. But her car is really, really low to the ground, and I don't have ramps or a pit, and we live in an apartment complex. I should probably go buy some ramps at some point just so I can save myself a bunch of money, but the ramps are like $100 if you get like really, really nice ones, and I would prefer to because I knew a guy that got killed when his jack broke. And while a jack and a ramp, oh, look at that, we have both shrines are actually accessible. Ooh, this is a nice map. I like this map right here. I like this map. We got ourselves what looks like a stone shrine on this side. However, we lack the coinage to properly apply our money to the side of its head, because everybody knows that when you want to have better technology, you take money and you throw it at an outhouse in the forest, and then you do the proper propitiations. You dance around in the moonlight naked, wieners to the wind. You have to wear the ceremonial band of flowers around the wang area. Kind of just tie it around, not too tight. You don't want to gild yourself, but anyways, then you dance around and you be like, oh, magical outhouse, give me forth your stony bounties. And that's how it happens. Welcome to science. And so off to the right, I'm going to go back to base slowly because apparently our horse is an asthmatic. I really wish you could just run endlessly, but I get how that would break gameplay because you're faster than the trolls. I don't know, maybe make the trolls a little bit faster and then just make it infinite run. I don't know. I just don't like being slow like this. It upsets me. So what I need for right now is cash. Cold. Hard. I mean, I guess it could be soft as long as it's still made out of gold. That's all fine by me. You guys got anything for me? Yeah, you do. Give me those paychecks. Yup. Welcome to government. You do work and I take your stuff for very little in return. And then I draft you to war! Hooray! Isn't this an awesome system? God, I love you, feudalism. You are the best. As long as, like, you're at the top of the pyramid, you are at the top of the pyramid and forget everybody else. That's what they get. That's what they get for being born peasants. I'll probably go and drop a couple hammers right here so that people can do their job better. I don't suppose that either of these... Oh, look, they're going to make it back. That makes me happy. It makes me very, very happy that they're actually going to make it back to base before nightfall. And then I'll probably spend the rest on bows and stuff. So there we go. Getting our military all up and running. And look at that. They're sort of like uniform colors. I mean, these guys have more of like a teal thing going on. These guys right here are like my favorite color when I used to play Command & Conquer. That was the custom color I would fix. That blew my mind when I was a kid in Command & Conquer when I found out you could do the skirmish mode. And in the skirmish mode, you could change the color of your army to be anything that you want. I was like, oh my god, my entire life I've only had red and blue and now I can be teal. This is mind-boggling. My favorite soldiers were the Tesla soldiers once you got Aftermath. I don't think they were in Counter-Strike. I think they were in Aftermath. And once you got the Tesla guys, they would run out and bzz, bzz, and it's like zap dudes and turn them into skeletons and then they turn into ash. It's the best. Man, what happened to you, Westwood? I know what happened. EA happened. EA is exactly what happened. Okay, so we got 3 hammer guys. Everybody else should be equipped okay. Shouldn't be anybody coming from either direction, I don't think. It's kind of early in the game for like major assaults. But what I want to do is I want to build this wall up. Then I want to run to the left. Once I run to the left, the chest, by the way, that spawns at the beginning of each day, I think the amount of coins you get is actually, it's linked. Can you guys, like, God. It'd be cool if they leveled up your little archers. How badass would that be if they leveled up, and when they leveled up, they got, like, better gear and they looked a little bit cooler? Like they got breastises plates after a little while. And after they got the breastises plates, oh, look, we got attack from the left, too. After that, they would get, like, little helmets. And they would get more accurate. Their trajectory would get better with each one. They would start like leading the enemy and knowing what they're going to do. You could tie it in with the enemy's coding so that each of the little dudes would know how to lead them because they would know what the enemy was going to do next. Stuff like that. I don't know. Give them experience. I'm of the opinion that archers back in the day must have been super accurate. I mean, we know that slingers could hit really, really small targets, as could guys with ad-ladles. I mean, people with ranged weaponry back in the day, when their livelihood depended on it, they got real good at hitting people with stuff. I mean, as good as people are nowadays at firing guns. I mean, hey, what's up, gents? I don't know if I have enough coins to hire you, and so I'm going to leave that for right now and keep racing off to the left. I swear to God, if I don't have enough coins today, I'm going to cry. How many coins do I have? Oh, I totally don't. I think you need 7 to make this work. Pick up that coin right there. And I think we have 6. Ugh! That's such a frustration. If I hadn't spent money on that stupid wall... This is what I get for protecting my peasants. This is what I get. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow because I'm a lazy king. Being a good king, I mean, obviously you can't always be a pimp king white pants. You can't always be a good king on top of that. Sometimes you have to be a dunce of a king who doesn't exactly know how to get his shit together. But he's trying real hard, Mom. He's trying real hard, so please stop emailing him. Ride back to the right. Yeah, Ultimate Cheeseburger, it's kind of put me in the state of just like suspended torpor. Like I ate the whole thing with a large fry and also a large Diet Coke because obviously you have to have the most ironic meal possible. And so now I just sort of feel like I should take a nap at 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah, nap sounds pretty good. I was a little bit torn about whether or not I should get the breakfast jacks, because I've always maintained that breakfast jacks are my favorite breakfast sandwich of all the fast food places everywhere. But I decided that given the fact that I eat very, very limited fast food, that this time I was going to go for the ultimate cheeseburger, which is probably like my second or third favorite burger after the bacon western cheeseburger from Carl's Jr., which is like the best. Like, it is the shit. Although whenever I go to Carl's Jr., my food feels like it's been under a heat lamp for like the last 2 hours, and so I stopped going. I don't know. Their food just never feels fresh to me. Never feels fresh. Who wants to have some bows? At least we can apply ourselves to the thing I was working on anyways. Now that I've got a fat sack of coins, we're going to wait for this night to be over. Then we're going to go upgrade to the next tier, because my peasants are worth it. Because Olaf, you're worth it. You're always worth it. You gotta serenade your peasants every now and then. That's nice, me lord. Makes me feel frisky. Unfortunately, none of my dudes over here. I mean, Ingvar, he's gay, so that works out great, but the rest of us, I don't know. Just kind of waiting around. Every now and again, we walk out into the sex bush. They have a sex bush. I'm not going to tell you where it is, because I feel like you guys will take internet pictures, and then I'll get in trouble for voyeurism. They'll be like, this porn site gave away all their information. Click next on 10 pages to find out the full story, while we bombard you with 90 ads per page to maximize our ad revenue, because we want to make our website as annoying as humanly possible. So many of those annoying clickbait websites out there. I hate them so much. Like, you just want to read the story. You just want to find out what happened when the guy opened the cooler and what was inside of it. And it takes them 30 pages to get around to the fact that it was just like a baby doll with its head severed inside the cooler. It was floating down a river, and you're like, oh, that story really didn't feel like it had the payoff that I thought it would have. Like, I sincerely thought there would be something cooler than a baby doll with its head severed in the bottom. That's not even the tip of the iceberg for creepy shit I found out in the middle of nowhere while doing geological surveys. I'll tell you, there's some, when you get out into the wilderness, you find the real crazies. Not like the on the street corner, he might knife you crazies. Like the legitimate crazies where you can look them in the eye and you've realized they've probably made bodies disappear. You're like, wow, this living out in the desert thing is really working out for you, isn't it? He's like, yep, murdered 8 people last week, and nobody even knows the wiser. Burned the cars and everything up in the mountains. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Oh, look at that. They tried to attack me. Judging from the amount of arrows being fired so high into the sky so that our enemies might die when we let fly into the sky with our arrows, well, when war is nigh. Anyways, not Bill Nye, though. I don't think Bill Nye would be a proponent of war. I feel like he would be all good. He doesn't strike me as much of a fighter. He doesn't strike me as somebody that'll throw them hands, you know what I mean? Like, when I think of somebody that'll, like, throw hands in the science community, I think, like, Richard Dawkins, maybe. Like, Richard Dawkins seems like he might throw a I don't know, maybe. I would pay money to see that. See Richard Dawkins hit somebody? I don't know. Would that be a noble thing to spend money on? I'd be like, Richard Dawkins, I just want to see you punch somebody. Because you talk a big game in all your books. Like, you go straight for the jugular, academically. So I feel like eventually it looks like this outhouse is peeing over here. It's like vomiting. Had a long outhouse night. Like, I went to the outhouse, blah, 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 blah. I went to the outhouse bar, and now I just don't feel so blah, 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 good. I went and fill that on up real quick so that now we're up to the stone tier, because we probably gonna get hit really, really hard, really, really soon. I need to race back to town. I don't even know if these guys are gonna make it inside the safety and sequestration of our village, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, damn it, because it's all I can do. It's all I can do as a king. Heavy lies the crown. Like, yeah, that's because it's made out of gold from the taxes that you charged us, ass. I got all kinds of shit talking for real. Like, I never understand. I don't know. I don't understand how some countries still have, like, royalty. And they still have, like, dukes. And, like, barons and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it's just not, like, part of the American... I mean, I guess we do have royalty out here. They're just really, really rich people. So they're really just, like, barons by bank account, not by title. Still. Be kind of cool to meet the queen. I'd be like, yo, what's up, Queen Doug? Like, how are you doing today? Yo, 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 yo. Chilling with the queen. Holding it down. Throwing my cues up in the sky. You feel me? Playing chess on gold chess sets. Although I feel like that would be bad for PR nowadays. Rich people really try and hide it nowadays. I think they can smell the French Revolution in the air. I'm pretty sure. Like, you smell that vaguely. It's kind of like BO. mixed with very, very cheap cologne and motor oil. I think that's the smell of rebellion. Pretty sure it's coming. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything. People seem to be hiding their fiscal resources anymore. I bet I can get this wall up before something else goes wrong. Build this wall. Hammer guys, hurry. Oh, you guys are not ones for running, are you? I may have just messed up. Oh, balls. Worst day ever. Come on, hammer guys. I demand that you build this wall up faster. Bad things are going to happen to us. I mean, the last archer isn't inside the building yet, so I think we might be safe. Usually they time it pretty well with the archers. Come in. Yep, that's what I call racing the lightning right there. However, there's no guarantee that these guys won't go to the wrong wall now. They do that sometimes. There we go. Did you just... All he had in the whole world was that hammer, and you just had to hit him, didn't you? Knock it out of his hand like a douchebag bully in the hallways of the 7th grade. Gary.
Sorry, me lord. I grew up slowly because I was big and strong. I figured I'd just take what I wanted from people. I regret it now, me lord.
Like, you're damn right you do, Gary. Gotta let him have it. Gotta give him the lash. Let him feel it. You gotta punish your peasants appropriately, otherwise they think they can get away with anything. Start getting all uppity. Start looking down at me as king. Be like, why do you have a hat made out of gold? And I'd be like, hey, don't disparage me like that. I worked super hard for this hat, okay? I am a job creator. You understand me right now? I am a job creator. I take your gold, and then I use it to hire more people to give me their gold. That is how this entire political system functions. So don't be mad at me. Be mad at the economic system. Yay! You guys are now with me. Sure, you want to come give me some free stuff? I have extra coins right now. I should probably upgrade the Archer Shrine and let that thing sort of just like hold it down for the set for a little bit. Archer Shrine! Yep, perfect. Absolutely. Yes, and doodly dandy. We keep that thing all upgraded. I think it makes them attack better. Not totally positive on it because the game isn't super amazing at telling you what happens when you click on certain things. But at the same time, it's got a lady holding a bow and it catches fire. I assume that it turns all of our peasants from their normal dewberry-ass selves into like Katniss Everdeen murder machines. That's what my business card would say if I was Katniss Everdeen. Katniss Everdeen, murder machine. Also pretty good at hiding in trees and applying salves to myself when I get burns. Just saying, I excel at many different things, and that is one of them. We should be able to get that wall up before anything else goes down, and then I'll probably upgrade this little guy right here. How would you like to have a bow, sir? And the reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm trying to front load my bows for a little bit. I hope he doesn't fill my bows. I overcounted. I thought there was 3 peasants that needed bows. It wasn't that great for us. I was trying to empty it out with bows so that everybody had a bow. But even though everybody had a bow, he would fill it all the way up to max so we could have even more people with bows. Because flinging sharpened projectiles at my enemies is something that I feel is a worthwhile expenditure of tax funds. You know, I just got to keep people in a persistent state of fear. But like, listen, if you don't pay your taxes, the trolls are going to come and murder us all. Don't be mad, though, because this time my threat is true, and it's actually a thing that exists. Normally, we make this sort of thing up, and then we broadcast it on all the news networks. This time around, it's actually kind of like a payday. It's really a jackpot for me as a world leader right now, because I actually have a threat that allows me to do whatever I want. I've been tapping their little medieval phones. It's been pretty sweet. Like, hey, dog, why are you hiding if you have nothing to be afraid of? Why do you mind me listening unless you got something that you're afraid for me to listen to, huh? King logic. Take that. My king logic is strong. My king logic is strong. I'm pretty sure Greg's up to something. Yeah, I don't know. His phone has been awfully quiet, so either he has a really, really dead social life or he's up to something. That or he's up on that burner. I've been noticing all these guys got those weird cell phones, like the jitterbugs with the big buttons. Buy them for like $6 in the aisle at Best Buy before you get up to the checkout counter. They're like code yellow. We have a code yellow up front. They don't do code yellows anymore. Oh, the moon is red. It's super moon. Everybody take pictures so you can post it on Reddit for that sweet, sweet karma. Go do it, everybody. Go do it. Are they attacking? Anybody? We survived another night. Oh, there they are. Oh no, they attacked the weak wall. That would be... Oh wow. They dispersed you assholes with a quickness, didn't they? Let us build up the wall because it looks like a flat Pac-Man. And then once flat Pac-Man's been fixed, grab some coinage. Yay! Who doesn't love monies? I love monies right now. They allow me to buy more archers. I'm not very well diversified at the moment. I spend most of my money on killing and killing-related accessories. And when that tends to occur, it's just like one of those things. It rolls out of control, though. Like, I didn't want it to be like this. It just sort of happened that way. And now everybody thinks I'm a despot and that I'm a warmonger. And I'm just like, listen, I'm just playing the cards that I was dealt. I can't help that I got a flush. That's not my fault. I got the flush, and so I'm playing it like a flush. If you don't like that, well, maybe you should wish to some deity that maybe I got 2 pairs or something. And maybe I would play the game a little bit differently. But them's the way the coinage and cartage falls. Everybody, that bush right there was just like a bird orgy. That was like the place to be. Maybe it's like a bird bar room. I'm going to be a little bit less offensive about it. I apologize about that. Somebody came a rap tap tapping on my chamber door. And I was like, yo, how did you get a key to my house? And they're like, actually, I just walked right in. You left the front door unlocked, and I felt like it'd be the thing to... No, it was a delivery guy. He had parcels for my significant other, who very much enjoys... Am I on the left right now? I must be on the left right now. I got disoriented because I had to go up and answer the door, and then I came back like 15 minutes later because the delivery guy was hella chill. We started like talking, and I probably put him behind schedule for all day, but he seemed like he was into it, so I was like, yeah. Anyways, shooting the shit with the delivery man. Ain't nothing else to do around here. He was like, oh, I'm sorry I woke you up. And I was like, oh, no, I work from home. I'm in my pajamas. Like, no joke. I wear pajamas all day, every day. I don't even have to get dressed anymore. I haven't left my house since, like, this morning when I had to get that oil changed. So, frankly, I'm kind of living the dream right now. Just pajamas all day. Sipping on soda. Playing video games with all of you. It's a pretty, I mean, it's not pretty. You don't want to see what I look like right now. I've definitely got kind of like I got like a neat thing going on right now. Got a definite, like, people see me and they think I'm unemployed when I come to the door. They'd be like, whoa, when was the last time you shaved? And I'd be like, hey, dog, maybe I just prefer to let it grow on out. Oh, look at that. We got a snake this time around. That or a very flaccid trident. Huh. All right, well. That sounds pretty cool. I think we're more or less surviving for right now. I'm going to let the archers pile up a bit. I don't know how many I should have on each wall before I expand outwards. But it seems like the thing to do to just kind of chill over. Hey, you guys want to come live with me real fast? Here, I will give you coinage. Come be my friends. You might not make it to the wall in time, though, because you guys have kind of this loping idiot walk. But I assume you'll get there eventually. I saw a guy this morning. I got up like super early, and at 9 o'clock he was going into stir fry to get like Chinese food. I was like, at 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't know if I could eat Chinese food for breakfast. Like, I can eat a lot of random things for breakfast, but Chinese food just seems like a stretch for me. I don't equate it with breakfast food. Like, is there Chinese breakfast food? I assume that there is. What kind of Chinese breakfast food is there? Because this guy was buying like chow mein and stuff, and he was just like going in on it. I was like, okay, well, that's what you want for breakfast. I guess you the man here. You get to make your own decisions. Still, not my thing. I don't know if I need more hammer guys or like, yeah, I need more hammer guys. Here. There we go. Be hammer guys. Wow, he is locked in. He's like, forget that noise. I'm going to be a bowman. I'm not picking up that hammer. You're going to make me be a roofer. I know it. I'm like, yep, you caught my, that was my plan. You caught me. I was going to trick you into picking up the hammer. I was like, you're a roofer for the rest of your life. He's like, no, why me, Lord? It's so hot. Oh, God. The felt burns me feet. It's through my shoes. How is it so hot? Where is this roof, hell? Like, yep, you are roofing in hell. Although you're always roofing in hell. When you sign up to be a roofer, they be like, welcome to hell. I just want you to know that every roof we will ever be installing floats around the ring of Hades. And so it's going to get hot up there. It does. There's never a cool day when you're roofing. It's always a hot day. Middle of the winter, 30 degrees outside, but somehow it'll be 1,000 degrees around the house you're working on. Heat rays coming up out of the sky. one perfect circle in the clouds with a ray of light shining downwards like some kind of divine mandate. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. This is Kingdom. Hi to everybody.